Dear friends, this is episode number 29. We will be dealing with the Order 21 rules 95 and 96 in this episode, and thereafter we will go to 97 to 104. Please take rule 95. Where the immovable property sold is in the occupancy of the judgmentor or some person on his behalf, or some person claiming under a title created by the judgmentor subsequently to the attachment of such property, and a certificate in respect thereof has been granted under Rule 94, the court shall, on the application of the purchaser, order delivery to be made by putting such purchaser or any person whom he may appoint to receive delivery on his behalf in possession of the property, and if need be, by removing any person who refuses to vacate the same. What are the ingredients of this rule? Immovable property is sold, and that property is in the occupancy of judgmentor or some person on his behalf. So it is not a third party independently making any claim. It is in the possession of the occupancy of the judgmentor or some person on his behalf, or some person claiming under a title created by the judgmentor subsequent to the attachment. An attachment was made, a money decree was obtained by the decree holder, and either during the pendency of the suit or in execution, an attachment before judgment or attachment in execution, as the case may be, was obtained, and the judgmentor thereafter creates a title, transfers the property, alienates, encumbers, or makes some other disposition of the property in favor of a third person subsequent to that attachment, then such person also can be dealt with under Rule 95. How? And a certificate in respect thereof has been granted under Rule 94. So the Rule 95 will come in only when a certificate is granted under Rule 94. The court shall, on the application of the purchaser, so an application has to be made. That application is covered by Article 134 of the Limitation Act. So an application has to be made by the purchaser. For what? For delivery. Delivery of what property? Property in the occupancy of the judgmentor or somebody on his behalf, or a person who claims title subsequent to the attachment. Then, on the application of the purchaser, order delivery to be made by putting such purchaser or a person nominated by him in possession of the property. Put such person in possession of the property, and if need be, by removing any person who refuses to vacate the same. This is Rule 95. Along with that, you have to take note of Article 134 of the Limitation Act, which provides for a period of 1 year from the sale, from the date on which the sale becomes absolute, to get delivery. For delivery of possession by a purchaser of immovable property at a sale in execution of a decree. So 1 year is the period. Say delivery can be effected. Please also read along with this rules 347 to 349 of the Civil Rules of Practice. Now Article 134 we will deal with elaborately under the Limitation Act, while dealing with the Limitation Act, because there is something to be said about it. Here, for the delivery of possession by a purchaser of immovable property under Article 134, the period of limitation prescribed is 1 year from the date on which the sale becomes absolute. What will happen if that 1 year is over? Whether the decree holder is entitled to get possession of the property by some means. There is a set of decisions by the Supreme Court that after that period nothing can be done. There is another view of the Supreme Court that after that period a suit based on title can be filed. We will deal with it separately at the time when we deal with the Limitation Act. So here you may remember that it must be on the application of the purchaser. Period of limitation for the same is 1 year from the date on which that sale becomes absolute. Then such property is in the occupancy of the judgmentator or somebody on his behalf, or by a title holder where the judgmentator has created that title after the attachment has been made. Then such person can be dispossessed and possession can be given to the decree holder, to the auction purchaser, on the application of the purchaser. Purchaser can be either decree holder, auction purchaser, or a stranger auction purchaser. So this is Rule 95. And the civil rules of practice provides for under Rule 347 for issue of a warrant for delivery of the property. May go through it. When crops are there in the property, sufficient safeguard has to be taken. Some expenses for the seed and raising crops, all those things are to be collected from the person who applies for delivery. And when then a dispute arises as to the amount fixed, that will be decided by the court. And when a delivery of a house or building which is locked up, when the Amin went to the property, the Amin may break open the lock and execute the warrant for delivery. And usually when the Amin goes there and it is found locked, he will not break open. He will file a report to the court and the court will pass an order for breaking open. Sometimes if the building is there, at the time when the auction purchaser makes the application, he will also make an application for breaking open any lock or some other device put on the door of the house so that delivery can be effected. And usually the court will also grant it. And then with police aid can be obtained for the purpose of effecting delivery, but only as per the order passed by the court. In such circumstances which the court finds that it is warranted. You please see a decision of the Supreme Court on that. 2019 5 KHC Kerala High Court cases 899 within brackets Supreme Court. A court order is required. Now, Rule 96. Where the property sold is in the occupancy of a tenant or other person entitled to occupy the same, and a certificate in respect thereof has been granted under Rule 94. The court shall, on the application of the purchaser, order delivery to be made by affixing a copy of the certificate of sale in some conspicuous place of the property and proclaiming to the occupant by beat of drum or other customary mode at some convenient place, and the interest of the judgmentator has been transferred to the purchaser. Here also the application 1 year, Article 134 of the Limitation Act. Now, property in the occupancy of a tenant. I will give an example. A obtained a decree for payment of money against B. B has to pay. B is the judgmental. And a property, an item of immovable property belonging to the judgmental was attached in execution. And it is brought to sale. Proclamation is settled. In the proclamation itself, it is shown that there is a building where 25 rooms are there, all occupied by tenants. Tenants are not bound to vacate because the tenancy arrangement is between B and the tenants. And if it is in an area where the rent control law will apply, those tenants can be evicted only as per that law, not by delivery. See, in such cases, how delivery is effected? By symbolic delivery. How? By affixing the copy of the sales certificate at some conspicuous place of the property, and also proclaiming to the occupant by beat of drum or other customary mode that the interest of the judgment debtor has been transferred to the purchaser. So, by making the tenants aware that their landlord's interest, that is B's interest, has been transferred to the auction purchaser, namely A. So it is it is for them, the tenants, to atone to the landlord. New landlord has come. Instead of B, it is the purchaser who becomes the owner. So they have to pay rent to them. They are answerable to them, to him, A. Can they be evicted in execution of a decree for payment of money against B? Can B's tenants who are occupying the building, can they be evicted? No, it cannot be done. That happens only in cinema. In Malayalam cinema, you might have seen attachment of property. What is there? An officer of the court will come and he will evict all the persons in the house and remove all the articles, put everything out, and seal will be placed. There will be an officer of the court and sometimes a commissioner, and the people are made to believe that this is the attachment process. That is not the reality. Attachment is only an order interdicting the person whose property is attached from dealing with the property otherwise than in the manner provided under law, with the permission of the court, or otherwise whatever orders are passed by the court, that will be binding on the parties. Otherwise it is covered by section 64. It is not necessary to, at the time of attachment, it is not necessary, and it is not proper also. It is not legal also to evict a person who is in occupation of that. If he is a tenant, he cannot be evicted even at the time of delivery. A tenant who is on his own entitled to occupy it. A tenant is entitled to occupy the premises until he is evicted in accordance with the law, whether under the Transfer of Property Act or under the rent control legislation, whichever it is. He cannot be summarily evicted in execution of a decree, in execution of the delivery warrant in respect to the property, where that C, the stranger, is in occupation of that property on his own right as a tenant. A tenant is entitled to such protection. So that is symbolical delivery. Say proclamation that a copy of the sales certificate will be affixed at some conspicuous place on the property, and the people will be made known by proclaiming to the occupant and others that such property is being delivered, and that the interest of the judgment debtor has been transferred to the purchaser. That is symbolical delivery. Please also see, along with this, Order 21, Rule 36. Order 21, Rule 36. Decree for delivery of immovable property when in the occupancy of a tenant. What is the difference? When a decree is for delivery of any immovable property in the occupancy of the tenant or other person entitled to occupy the same and not bound by the decree to relinquish such occupancy, the court shall order delivery to be made by affixing a copy of the warrant in some conspicuous place, etc., etc. Same thing. There it is for delivery of any immovable property. Delivery of any immovable property. See, a decree is passed against the defendant for recovery of possession of immovable property, or a decree for specific performance and an order is passed for delivery of the property, or in any other suit where an order of delivery of the property is made. That will be dealt with under Rule 36, and it is in the occupancy of the judgment, occupancy of a person, of a tenant or other person who is entitled to occupy the same and not bound by the decree to relinquish his possession. Otherwise, it is dealt with where it is in the occupancy of the judgmentor. It is dealt with under Rule 35 of Order 21. This is Rule 36, symbolical delivery. There, the decree is for delivery of immovable property in the occupancy of a tenant. Whereas here, what is dealt with under Rule 96 is property was sold in court auction and the auction purchaser has to get delivery of the property, and that property is in the possession of a tenant under the judgmentor, and that tenant is entitled to occupy the same. Then delivery will be effected by symbolic delivery in the manner provided under Rule 96. Symbolical possession, and tenants could not be straightaway evicted by the auction purchaser. Please see AER 1991 Supreme Court. AER 1991 Supreme Court. 796. Paul Brothers Tailoring Division versus Ashin Kumar Mandal, ASHIN Kumar Mandal, MONDAL. That is the decision in which the symbolical possession, how it is to be made, and all those things are dealt with. Now this is Rules 95 and 96 plus the relevant rules under the Civil Rules of Practice plus Article 134 of the Limitation Act. Now we will go to Rule 97 onwards. It's very important. Very, very important. And Rule 97 to 104. What is the heading? Resistance to delivery of possession to decree holder or purchaser. Resistance to delivery of possession to decree holder or purchaser. And along with this, you have to see Section 74, Order 21, Rules 35 and 36, and also Rule 95 of Order 21, so that it will be complete. Now what does 97 say? 97 to 104. That is a scheme. Here I will explain it to the extent possible. You have to be carefully read and understand. Once you understand it, it is very easy. But just a reading of Rule 97 to 104 will not be enough. Let us see step by step. What is Rule 97? Heading: Resistance or obstruction to possession of immovable property. where the holder of a decree for possession of immovable property, that is one category, holder of a decree for possession of immovable property, or the purchaser of any such property sold in execution of a decree, is resisted or obstructed by any person in obtaining possession of the property, he may make an application to the court complaining of such resistance or obstruction. So when you read Rule 97, it provides for a remedy who has obtained a decree for possession of immovable property, or he is a purchaser who has to get possession, purchaser in court auction who has to get possession of the property. And when delivery is attempted, somebody obstructs and removal of obstruction is required, complaining of such dispossession. The person who has to get possession of immovable property has to apply before court, and the court will pass an order accordingly. Where any such application is made under Sub-Rule 1, the court shall proceed to adjudicate upon the application in accordance with the provisions herein contained. What is a provision herein contained? Please note Rule 101. Rule 101. We will go to Rule 101. See now itself. Question to be determined. All questions including questions relating to right, title or interest in the property arising between the parties to a proceeding on an application under Rule 97 or 99 or their representatives and relevant to the adjudication of the application shall be determined by the court executing dealing with the application and not by a separate suit. And for this purpose, the court shall, notwithstanding anything to the contrary contained in any law for the time being in force, be deemed to have jurisdiction to decide such question. What is Rule 101? Now we have seen in Rule 97, when an application is made under Rule 97 for complaining about resistance or obstruction to delivery, that application shall be dealt with, shall be decided, adjudicated upon in the manner in accordance with the provisions contained herein. And what is relevant is Rule 101. 101 says, all questions including questions relating to right, title and interest in the property arising between the parties to a proceeding on an application under Rule 97 or Rule 99. So we will take 97, 99 will come later. And relevant to the adjudication shall be determined by the court dealing with the application and not by a separate suit. And there is a non-obstante clause that notwithstanding anything to the contrary contained in any law for the time being in force, that court shall be deemed to have jurisdiction to decide that question. So, A obtained a money decree against B. In execution, that property was sold in court auction. The property belonging to the judgmental, that is B, was sold in court auction. It was purchased by C in court auction. C has to get possession of the property. From whom? From B. And when possession of the delivery of the property is attempted, a third party raises objection and he resists delivery or obstructs delivery, then that matter will be reported by the Amin, that is the officer of the court, to the court. The court, on application by the person who is entitled to get delivery of the property, will pass an order for removing the obstruction or allowing the claim. We will come to that later in the scheme itself. Deal with the application in the manner provided. What is the manner provided? Provided under Rule 101. 101 provides that such application shall be determined by deciding the right, title and interest of the property and relevant to the adjudication, and it shall be determined in the application itself and not by a separate suit. And for the purpose of determination of such application and the questions which are mentioned in Rule 101, notwithstanding anything contained in any other law, the court will have jurisdiction. Normally, when a dispute regarding title arises between B, the judgmentor, with whom possession is there and from whom possession is to be taken, and a stranger arises when possession of the property is attempted to be delivered to C, the auction purchaser. This is the procedure to be followed. Otherwise than this procedure, when there is a dispute between the judgmentor or a third person with respect to the property, which court shall decide it? It will be decided by the civil court in a separate suit, not in this proceeding. In this proceeding, the stranger who resists or raises the objection is not a party. He puts forward the claim, resists. I am not liable to be removed. He is resisted. He is entitled to resist if he is a third party not bound by the decree. It is not an illegal act. ABC, and in the attempt to deliver the property to C, the auction purchaser, D, who is not bound by the decree, finds that on a fine morning somebody comes and seeks delivery of the property as if that property belongs to B. It did not really belong to B, but it belongs to D, the stranger. What is that the stranger can do? He is entitled to obstruct. It is not an illegal act. He is entitled to obstruct. He is entitled to approach the court under Rule 97 itself. That is by some of the decisions of the Supreme Court. Going by the wording of Rule 97, only the person who has to get possession has to approach the court. But it has been interpreted in various decisions of the Supreme Court that even the D who claims, who obstructs, can straightaway apply to the court for deciding the question, his title, right, title and interest, and to decide the question under Rule 101 of Order 21, and to dispose of the case accordingly, so that a complete decision on that point will be made by the court, and that will operate as res judicata in any subsequent proceeding. That will be binding between the parties. Notwithstanding that, D is not a party to the suit nor a party to the execution proceeding till then. That is why the non-obstante clause is there in Rule 101, that the court will have jurisdiction to do it, notwithstanding any provision contained in any other law for the time being in force. I think the position is clear. Now, Rule 98, orders after adjudication. Upon determination of the questions referred to in Rule 101, the court shall, in accordance with such determination and subject to the provisions of Sub-Rule 2, make an order allowing the application and directing that the applicant be put into possession of the property or dismissing the application. Two methods. Or pass such order as in the circumstances of the case it may deem fit. Then Sub-Rule 2, where upon such determination the court is satisfied that the resistance or obstruction was occasioned without any just cause, that obstruction was caused by the judgmentor or by some other person at his instigation or on his behalf or by any transferee where such transfer was made during the pendency of the suit or execution proceeding. It shall direct that the applicant be put into possession of the property, and where the applicant is still resisted or obstructed in obtaining possession, the court may also, at the instance of the applicant, order the judgmentor or any person acting at his instigation or on his behalf to be detained in civil prison for a term which may extend to 30 days. This is a very long sub-rule. I will explain it along with section 74. Same procedure. Provision for detaining a person and for effecting delivery. I will deal with it in the next episode. Thank you.